Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal may astonish you, perhaps even frighten you. If you're here watching this right now, it is not by chance. God has led you to this moment because something extraordinary is about to take place in your life, and you need to be prepared. God has spoken clearly, and the truth is this. Everyone is about to be wiped out, but you are different. The world is on the verge of a massive shift, and those who are not aligned with God's will face a harsh reckoning. But for you, the chosen one, God is preparing something incredible. This is more than just a shift in your circumstances. This is a spiritual and cosmic transformation. You will start to see things happen in your life at a pace that will leave you in awe. The time of reckoning is near, and you must align yourself with God's divine plan. Before we dive into this life-changing revelation, take a moment to pause and do three things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 70,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This number is a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this message. Remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you'll stick with me until the very end. Deep inside your spirit, you know this message is for you. If you're ready to embrace the truth of what's about to unfold, your life will be forever changed. But if you're not prepared to hear what's coming, you may not make it through. For those of you who are ready, let's get into it. This moment, this divine shift, is upon us now. In the deepest corners of your soul, you might feel something stirring, an urgency, a calling that you cannot ignore. This divine shift is more than a mere change in circumstances. It is God's will unfolding in the most profound way. The world will be shaken, and only those who have embraced their higher purpose will stand firm. There's no turning back now. The world may feel uncertain, and you may feel unprepared, but know this: you were chosen for this. God is orchestrating this moment, guiding you toward your purpose. All that is left is for you to step forward with faith in your heart and trust that this is your time to shine. As the divine plan unfolds, a clear distinction is being made. God has given this warning. Those who are not spiritually aligned, those who have turned their backs on faith, will not survive the storm that is coming in the days ahead. The world will be divided, and only the chosen ones will remain untouched. The urgency of this message cannot be overstated. It's not a time to ignore your faith or doubt your purpose. For those who have lived their lives without connection to the divine, the coming days will be filled with unimaginable challenges. Their disbelief, their indifference, and their rejection of God's calling will become their downfall. But for you, the chosen one, this is not a time of fear. This is your moment to rise above the chaos. Your faith is your shield, and your purpose is your path. This divine separation is happening for a reason. The ones who have wandered, the ones who have chosen worldly pursuits over spiritual growth, will face the consequences of their choices. But you, those who have stayed true to the divine calling, will witness the fulfillment of God's promises. As others fall away, you will stand strong, unwavering in your purpose. This is not by chance, this is by divine design. The world is shifting at a pace that many cannot comprehend. What seems like ordinary days will soon be filled with extraordinary events. The chosen ones must be prepared for what's ahead. It will require not only faith, but unwavering readiness. The shift that is coming will demand your attention, your action, and your trust. This is not a time for hesitation. Those who have walked the path of faith, who have spent years nurturing their connection with God, will now face their final test. It is not enough to simply believe. You must be ready to act, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to lead those who have lost their way. The urgency of the moment cannot be ignored. Now is the time to stand tall, to be the beacon of light that guides others through the darkness. The world will look to you for guidance. Those who have never believed, those who have wandered away from God, will come seeking answers. You must be ready to guide them, to help them rediscover their faith, and to fulfill your divine purpose. This is the moment you've been preparing for your whole life. The time for readiness is now, and your faith is the foundation that will carry you through. The world has seen its fair share of wandering souls, people who have strayed from God's path, who have lost their way in the hustle and bustle of life. But the time of reckoning is here. God's mercy is reaching out to those who have lost their way, and they are returning. The lost souls are coming back more rapidly than anyone could have expected. You may see faces you thought you'd never see again, people who once turned away from God and walked a different path. They are returning, not by their own will, but because God is calling them home. This is a powerful moment of spiritual awakening. The same people who rejected God's love, who caused pain, are now coming back to seek forgiveness and redemption. And you, the chosen one, are part of this process. But it's not just about waiting for their return, it's about being the guiding hand that leads them back to the light. The chosen ones must now stand ready to help heal those who are lost, to offer grace and compassion, and to remind them that God's love never left. The return of the lost is a sacred responsibility, and God is entrusting you with this task. God's plan is vast, all-encompassing, and deeply personal. Each person on this earth has a role to play, whether they realize it or not. The chosen ones are not better than others. They are simply the ones who have answered God's call, who have remained steadfast in faith. But the ordinary ones, those who have not yet awakened, are also part of the plan. It is your responsibility to guide them, to show them the way. For those who have been lost, who have not yet experienced the power of God's love, this is a time of awakening. Their spiritual eyes are being opened, and they are beginning to see the truth that was always there, waiting for them. The ordinary ones are not to be discarded or forgotten. They too are part of God's plan, and it is the chosen ones who will help them see their true path. This is a time of great transformation for everyone. The divine plan is unfolding in ways that we cannot fully understand, but we can feel the shift in our hearts. The chosen ones are called to lead, to love, and to guide others into the light. This is a moment of unity, a time to embrace our collective purpose and fulfill God's will on earth. Faith is the cornerstone of the divine plan. It is the thread that holds everything together. But what happens when faith falters, when the chosen ones question their purpose or begin to doubt God's plan? Those who lose their faith, those who turn away in their moment of trial, will find themselves left behind. This is not a time to second-guess or to doubt your path. The final test is before you, and the only way to pass is with unwavering faith. There are no shortcuts, no easy routes. The ones who falter will face the consequences of their actions. But for those who remain strong, for those who hold on to their faith, there is a reward beyond imagination. This final test is more than just about belief, it's about action. Faith without works is dead. You must step forward, act with purpose, and remain committed to God's plan. The world will try to pull you away, but your faith will anchor you, and through it, you will be victorious. The coming storm will not only challenge your faith, it will require you to step into a leadership role. The chosen ones are being called not just to live out their divine purpose, but to protect those who are lost. It is your duty to guide them, to show them the way back to God, and to be their shield during this time of trial. You are not meant to walk this path alone. You have been chosen for this moment, not only for your own spiritual growth, but to assist others in their journey. The lost ones will need your guidance, your strength, and your compassion. You must rise to the challenge, protecting them from the spiritual forces that seek to harm them. Your responsibility is heavy, but it is also a great privilege. God has entrusted you with this mission, knowing that you are capable of leading others to salvation. You must be a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope for those who feel lost. And as you guide them, you will fulfill your divine purpose in ways that go beyond your own understanding. In times of great change, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or unsure of our role, but the chosen ones are not expected to understand every part of the divine plan. In fact, you may not even realize the full impact of your actions when you step into your higher calling. Fulfilling God's plan may come unconsciously. The divine will move through you, guiding your every step. What feels like a natural progression of your faith will, in reality, be the fulfillment of a greater purpose. You may find yourself doing things you never expected, offering help or love in ways you couldn't have planned. This is not by accident. This is God working through you, orchestrating a divine sequence of events. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. As the chosen ones rise, they won't be acting out of selfish ambition or desire for recognition. They will act because it is their purpose to do so. Each act of love, compassion, and guidance will be a step toward fulfilling the greater divine plan. It's in these moments when you are least aware that God's plan is moving through you in the most powerful way. There is no more waiting. The time to step into your power is now. No longer can you afford to hesitate, to doubt your purpose, or to hold back. God is calling you to rise, to stand tall, and to move forward with confidence. This is the moment when you must step fully into the role that was designed for you long before you were born. Your power is not just for your personal gain. It's not about achieving worldly success or recognition. The power God has given you is to fulfill your divine purpose, to lead others, to protect those who are lost, and to walk in the light of His love. As you step into this power, you will feel an inner strength that you may not have known existed. This is the moment when your faith becomes your action, your heart becomes your guide, and your soul becomes the force that drives the world forward. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back any longer. You have everything you need to fulfill your divine purpose. Trust in the power within you. God has equipped you for this moment. Move forward with faith, knowing that you are not alone. The divine presence is with you every step of the way. As the world changes around you, it's easy to become distracted, to hold on to things that no longer serve you. The material distractions, the relationships, the fears, they all weigh you down. But your faith, your unwavering belief in God, is your protection. It is the only thing that can keep you safe as you move through the coming storm. Let go of everything that keeps you from your divine purpose. These attachments, whether they are people, things, or old ways of thinking, will only slow you down. To fully embrace your calling, you must release what is holding you back. Trust that God will provide, that His abundance will be enough for you. The only thing that truly matters is your faith. When you walk in faith, you walk in God's protection, and nothing can harm you. This is not a time to cling to the past. This is a time to move forward with trust and confidence in God's plan. Whatever you need to let go of, do so with grace and understanding. It is all part of the process of stepping into your higher purpose. Your faith will be the shield that protects you through every trial. The days of living for personal achievements are over. God is calling you to a higher purpose, one that goes far beyond your own desires or worldly success. This is a time to step away from the self-centered path and embrace a journey that is about something much greater than yourself. Your journey is no longer about personal glory, wealth, or success. It's about fulfilling your divine purpose, guiding others, and spreading God's love to every corner of the earth. The mission that you are on is about the greater good, about the souls you will touch, the lives you will change, and the legacy you will leave. The true fulfillment in life comes not from achieving personal milestones, but from living in alignment with God's will. Your success now will be measured not by how much you gain, but by how much you give. It is in the service of others, in the acts of kindness and love, that your true purpose will be revealed. As we approach the final moments of this age, you may witness unsettling events, people disappearing, signs of the end times unfolding before your eyes. This is not something to fear or dismiss. These are the signs that God's plan is in motion, the fulfillment of prophecy coming to pass. The rapture is happening now, quietly but powerfully. People will vanish, and it will be a reminder that the time of judgment is drawing near. For those who have believed, this will be a moment of great rejoicing, but for those who have rejected God, it will be a moment of deep regret. These signs are not meant to scare you, but to prepare you. They are a call to action, a reminder to stay vigilant and faithful, and to guide others during this time of transition. Though the world may seem to be unraveling, remember that these events are part of a divine plan. God's hand is at work, and His will is being carried out. The signs you see are not random. They are part of a greater spiritual awakening that is taking place. Keep your faith strong, remain grounded, and continue your mission. In times past, the message of God was spread through word of mouth, through traditional means. But now, in the age of technology, God is calling His chosen ones to spread His message through new channels. The internet, social media, and modern communication methods are powerful tools in this mission. The world is more connected than ever, and this gives you a unique opportunity to share God's love on a global scale. Whether through social media, blogs, podcasts, or videos, the message of faith can reach hearts across the world in an instant. The chosen ones must embrace these new tools and use them to spread God's word. The time to act is now, and the tools to do so are at your fingertips. Don't shy away from using modern communication to fulfill your divine purpose. This is how you will reach those who might not otherwise hear God's message. The world needs to hear his voice, and you are the one who can bring that voice to life. Embrace these tools and use them wisely to spread the light. In a world obsessed with materialism, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But God's abundance is not measured by wealth or possessions. His abundance is spiritual. His love, His grace, and His guidance are the true treasures that will sustain you through this time of transformation. To embrace God's abundance, you must first detach from the material world. Let go of the things that weigh you down, fear, doubt, and material possessions that no longer serve your purpose. Walk in God's protection, knowing that He will provide for your every need. When you release the need for worldly possessions, you open yourself up to the divine gifts that God has prepared for you. This is a time to embrace spiritual abundance over material wealth. Trust that God's provision will be more than enough for you. Walk confidently, knowing that when you walk in His protection, nothing can harm you. The time has come. The divine countdown has begun, and the spiritual awakening that is about to take place will change everything. The chosen ones will rise, and the world will never be the same. This is a moment of profound transformation, a spiritual awakening like no other. You are part of this awakening. You were chosen for this time, for this moment in history. It's not just about personal growth, it's about the collective rise of humanity, the return to faith, and the fulfillment of God's divine plan. The world may seem chaotic, but this is the beginning of something beautiful. Prepare your heart, your mind, and your soul for what is coming. Stay focused on your purpose, stay strong in your faith, and know that you are part of something greater than yourself. The divine countdown is here, and the time to fulfill your mission is now. The world is awakening to a higher calling, and if you're reading this, it's no accident. You are part of this grand spiritual revolution. God is issuing a wake-up call, inviting you to step forward in ways you've never imagined. This is not just a fleeting moment. This is the start of a profound shift in human consciousness. The question is, will you answer the call? Will you rise to the occasion and embrace the responsibility that comes with this awakening? Your role in this revolution is unique and powerful. You were chosen not because you were perfect or without flaws, but because you possess the heart, the spirit, and the faith necessary to lead others through this transformative period. It's not just about spreading the word of God, it's about living it. It's about embodying His love, His strength, and His wisdom. The revolution begins within you, and through you, it will ripple out to the world. As the world faces great challenges, you will find that your faith becomes a beacon of hope. The world needs leaders who are spiritually grounded, who understand the power of divine love and guidance. It's your time to rise, to take your place in this revolution, and lead by example. Your role is not defined by titles or positions. It is defined by your willingness to embrace your higher calling and lead others towards salvation. The spiritual revolution is not about defeating others. It's about uplifting the world to a higher state of consciousness. This is your moment to step into the light and show the world the way. Don't shy away from the responsibility. The time to act is now. The revolution starts with you. The world has lived in a state of complacency for far too long, with many people simply going through the motions of life. But that era is coming to an end. The ordinary will no longer suffice. God has designed you for something far greater. You are not meant to live a life of mediocrity. You are destined for greatness, and this truth is awakening in your soul. Greatness does not mean fame or material wealth. It means fulfilling the divine purpose for which you were created. It means living a life of impact, of service, and of love. God has chosen you to rise above the ordinary, to stand firm in faith, and to guide others through this time of spiritual upheaval. Your greatness is not about what you achieve for yourself, but what you achieve for the kingdom of God. The end of the ordinary is also the end of excuses. No longer can you hide behind fear, self-doubt, or a lack of faith. You are being called to greatness, and the only thing standing between you and that greatness is your willingness to trust in God's plan. Don't settle for anything less than the divine life He has designed for you. Embrace your destiny and step into the greatness that awaits. Your life is no accident. Every moment, every experience has been carefully crafted by God to prepare you for this time. The world is waiting for you to rise. The ordinary life is over. It's time for the extraordinary. Trust in your purpose and trust that God has placed greatness within you. As the world plunges into uncertainty, heaven sends a clear and urgent warning. Faith is the only shield that will protect you in these troubled times. The forces of darkness are at work, seeking to undermine your faith, to distract you from your purpose. But those who are grounded in faith, those who rely on God as their refuge, will find peace and protection amidst the storm. In these last days, material wealth, status, and worldly success will mean nothing. Only your faith will stand strong against the trials to come. God is calling you to strengthen your belief, to deepen your trust, and to walk confidently in His protection. The world will tempt you to fear, to doubt, and to stray, but your faith will be your armor, your shield against all adversity. Faith is not just about belief, it is about action. When you have unwavering faith, it manifests in your choices, your actions, and your words. It is the force that propels you forward when the world tries to push you back. It is the light that guides you through the darkness. Heaven is urging you to fortify your faith now so that you are prepared for what's coming. The storms ahead will be fierce, but your faith will be fiercer. It's time to make your faith your strongest weapon. Trust in God's promise that He will never leave you. And with that faith, you will weather any storm. Heaven's warning is clear. Your faith is your shield. Protect it, nurture it, and let it guide you through this time of trial. The time for hesitation is over. The chosen ones are rising, and it's your time to step fully into your divine power. This is not about external circumstances or waiting for the perfect moment. The moment is now, and God has already equipped you with everything you need to rise above the chaos and fulfill your purpose. The power you seek is already within you, waiting for you to embrace it. To step into your divine power is to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. It means walking with confidence, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. The challenges ahead will test you, but you will not be alone. You have been given the strength, wisdom, and courage to meet these challenges head on. The power you hold is not for personal gain, but for the good of others, for the advancement of God's kingdom on earth. As the chosen ones rise, they do so not for recognition or reward, but for the glory of God. Your divine power is a tool for healing, for guidance, and for leadership. The world needs your strength, your light, and your faith now more than ever. Don't hold back. Step into your power and lead the way. This is the moment when you stop waiting for permission and take action. The world is in need of the chosen ones to rise and fulfill their divine calling. God is ready to use you in mighty ways. Will you answer the call and step into your divine power? In a world consumed by materialism, God is calling you to ascend, to rise above the distractions, the possessions, and the fleeting desires that have defined so many lives. This is a call to look beyond the physical world and seek the eternal, to focus not on what you have, but on who you are in God's eyes. Are you ready to answer God's call to ascend? It is an invitation to a higher plane of existence. It is a call to elevate your spirit, to transcend the temporary and focus on the divine. The material world offers temporary satisfaction, but God's kingdom offers eternal peace, joy, and fulfillment. To ascend is to realign your priorities, to seek first the kingdom of God, and to let go of the false promises of the world. The journey of ascension will not be easy. It will require sacrifice, discipline, and a shift in perspective. You may have to let go of old habits, relationships, and attachments that hold you back from your true purpose. But as you ascend, you will find yourself closer to God, more aligned with His will, and more fulfilled than ever before. This is the time to focus on what truly matters. The material world will pass away, but your spirit will endure forever. Are you ready to ascend above the distractions of this world and embrace the divine calling that awaits you? The time is now. the choice is yours. With great power comes great responsibility. The chosen ones have been entrusted with a sacred mission, not only to walk in faith themselves, but to lead others toward salvation. This is no small task, and it is not one to be taken lightly. You have been given the gift of faith, and now it is your responsibility to share that gift with others. The world is in desperate need of guidance. People are lost, confused, and searching for meaning. The chosen ones are called to show them the way, to offer the love and light of God that can heal broken hearts and souls. Your role is not just to live a faithful life, but to guide others, to teach them, and to lead them towards salvation. This sacred responsibility is both an honor and a duty. In order to lead others to salvation, you must first live it yourself. Your actions must align with your faith. Your words must be filled with truth and love. The world will watch you, and your life will be a reflection of the divine calling you've received. Through your leadership, others will be drawn closer to God and find the peace and hope they are seeking. The task ahead is great, but you are not alone. God has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill this sacred responsibility. Trust in His guidance, trust in His power, and step forward with confidence. You are called to lead others towards salvation, and you will do so with the strength and wisdom God provides. The time of separation has arrived. God is distinguishing between those who are faithful and those who are not. This is not a time of judgment, but of awakening, a time for the faithful to step forward and take their place in God's divine plan. The world is being divided, and you are being called to stand firm in your faith and rise above the turmoil. This separation is not meant to divide for the sake of division, but to clarify the path ahead. The faithful will stand as beacons of light in a dark world, showing others the way to peace, hope, and salvation. As the separation occurs, you will notice that your connection with the faithful will grow stronger, while distractions and temptations will become more apparent. This is God's way of guiding you toward your divine purpose. The world will become more polarized, and it will become clearer who is standing firm in their faith. The faithful will be tested, but they will not be shaken. God's plan is unfolding, and you are part of that plan. Stand strong, trust in His timing, and know that He is with you every step of the way. The separation is not a cause for fear, but an opportunity for clarity and purpose. The time for complacency is over. The world is being divided, but the faithful will be united in purpose. Trust that God's plan is unfolding just as it should, and that you are being called to stand firm in your faith. This is the moment to rise. There's a moment in every believer's life when everything aligns perfectly. The moment when you realize that all the struggles, all the challenges, and all the prayers have led you to this point. That moment is now. Divine timing is not something to be rushed or forced. It is a beautiful orchestration of events that unfolds precisely as God has planned. The moment you've been waiting for is here. At times, you may have questioned God's timing. You may have wondered why certain things happened when they did, or why you had to wait so long for answers. But now, with clarity and wisdom, you see that everything was leading you to this divine moment. This is the moment when you must act. Trust in God's perfect timing, knowing that He has prepared you for what's ahead. The timing of God is always perfect, even when it seems like things are out of sync. When He says the time is now, everything will fall into place. This is your moment to rise, to step into your purpose, and to fulfill the divine mission you were created for. The waiting is over. The time to act is now. You have been prepared for this moment. Every trial, every hardship, and every prayer has led you to this point. Trust in God's divine timing and step forward with faith and confidence. The moment you've been waiting for is here. It's time to embrace your calling and fulfill your destiny. In the midst of chaos and uncertainty, it's easy to succumb to fear, but God's message is clear. Choose faith over fear. Fear will paralyze you, but faith will empower you. Trust in God's protection and know that no matter what the world throws at you, you are secure in His hands. These troubling times are a test of faith, a chance to prove to yourself and the world that your trust is in God alone. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, but it is not a response that comes from God. When fear arises, counter it with faith. When anxiety takes over, replace it with trust. You are not walking this path alone. God's protection surrounds you, and his peace will guard your heart and mind. You can face whatever challenges come your way because God is with you every step of the way.